Why hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another video of the Swindon Town career mode. Well, in our next game we're playing at home against Bristol City, a team that recently actually secured promotion to the Championship. Just looking at the table, me sitting there in second place. Have to convert some of my draws to wins though. I have a habit of drawing a lot on FIFA, much to my annoyance. For some reason I end up being mentally retarded and looking at the League Cup and Johnson Pate Trophy fixtures when I'm out of both competitions already, down to my massive ineptitude on FIFA. Overall, we're going up against Bristol City, who surprisingly are actually 11th in the league, with Gillingham and Notts County actually 8 games in, more located towards the top. I'd much thought Bristol City would have been top position in the Championship at this point. No, Championship, League One at this point. Just because they got promoted to the Championship, I'm saying it. Well, on other notes, the players are all coming out, lining up for the beautiful cameras. This will be quite a difficult game, even me being at home. This will not be an easy game at all. Bristol City do have some decent players. You have to have a fairly good team, or have to be doing something right to get promoted out of any of the M-Power leagues. I think if it is still the M-Power, it's perhaps not even the M-Power league now, knowing how much of a tit I am. We're going in with this line-up with Frodringham in goal, as usual. We've got Tyus Brown in Ezekiel Fryers as my centre-backs, with quite a bit of pace. Nathan Burners to Folo full-backs, and a quite nice midfielder, in my opinion. Got Levakovic playing, we got Mastur, we got Ruben Loftus-Cheek. We've got Nathan Thompson's playing, who adds a lot of pace to our team. Now this is the Bristol City lineup. Some notable players they've got: Frankie Fielding, who I think used to be Derby's goalie. Kieran Agard and Emmanuel Thomas, quite dangerous players, and they've got Luke Freeman. But we kick off and get straight into the game. And Bristol City do have a chance here, and Kieran Agard just puts it narrowly over the bar. An early scare for Swindon Town and my not so good defending. Well, Bristol City are on the attack again, in possession. Gongu tries to rob him with it and just ends up falling on his arse. It's Emmanuel Thomas on the ball. Cuts inside Emmanuel Thomas, and he just puts it wide against my keeper. Not the start I hoped for against Bristol City. In fact, they had a lot of the early possession and chances, even though there weren't a lot of chance to begin with. Do put a ball into Levakovic. Loftus-Cheek with a lovely take. Gongu trying to create something. It's the easy shot in the end for the keeper to save. But what a touch from Loftus-Cheek, just to pull it out of the air and play it, intercept it and play it back to one of my players. We got Kasim on the ball from the throw-in. Plays out to Levakovic, tries to get a head on it, and it's Loftus-Cheek, and it's bloody awful. Not what I was hoping for, but trying to get us in the game. Loftus-Cheek, despite his rating, he's not as good as a lot of my midfielders, but he half does make an impact. Got Levakovic bursting through, and I put it wide, unfortunately. Say one thing: if you can get Levakovic for any, even perhaps Championship or other League One sides, I should say, or teams, get him off Walsall, because he's half very good. He's a good player. And there's Levakovic running through a goal, and he actually puts me one up at this stage. 48 minutes in the second half, 1-0 up through to the Levakovic goal. It was all made quite easy once he was away. His pace was going to get him now. There's a nice little finish into the bottom corner. The keeper did not even move. It's rooted to the spot. Just hits it gently into the bottom left corner. Quite a composed finish, and that's 6 goals in the Football League One for Levakovic. And put myself in quite a nice situation against Bristol City. But Bristol City are on the attack. Got to stay composed at this stage. Got to try and keep my composure. Got to try and keep this lead intact. There's Joe Bryan on the ball, I think, for Bristol City. Just running with it. I'm trying to close him down. And it's Emmanuel Thomas. And it's Agard, and it's 1-1. This is just literally my emotions at this point when I was playing this. It was just like a pure annoyance, frustration. All that hard work to go 1-0 up in a difficult game, and I let it go from the space of about not even a minute after kickoff, about 30 seconds after kickoff. And as usual, it's the cross that leads to the goal. I thought I defended it there, comes back to Agard, and it's a nice tidy finish from Kieran Agard. He wasn't going to miss that. That's 6 goals in the Football League with Kieran Agard. Marlon Packers has come on for Luke Freeman, decent player at this level of the game. Just setting Levakovic away now. Can he get me back in the game? Can he get me in the head again? And it's Levakovic, and he powers it in. Nothing was stopping that. That was a thunderbolt. Even at that short range, that was still a very... You might say, oh, you should definitely finish from there. Yeah, you should, but normally if you go like the bottom, the opposite corner. But I went near post more practically and just ended up thundering it by the keeper. So I was really happy with that finish at the time. This is my standard of finishing, which isn't the best either, so have to cut me some slack for this. That's 7 goals in League One now for Livakovic. I thought Ivan Toney would be my key player, but it's ended up so far being Livakovic. You're trying to set Jonathan Abika away, bring him on. It's Abika, and it's well saved, but can I get another slice bite of the cherry? No, I can't. And it's collected by Frankie Fielding. 85 minutes in, Bristol City on the ball, trying to put in a cross. Oh, there's a foul been going away. Well, I thought I got rid of the danger. Joe Bryan over the ball for Bristol City on a dangerous set piece in the 85th minute. Plays in, it's into Osborne on the end of the box. He's trying to play it in. It's Papak and what? Oh, and Fielding. Fodringham does come to my rescue in the end. God, me and getting my players' names right today is bad. And that is the end of the game. We do actually secure a 2-1 win at home to Bristol City, which was a very vital result in the season. Yeah, they had 6 shots, but we had 4 on target to their 2, so it probably was a fair result in the end. I was overall quite happy with the performance. We have to advance into our next game now. We are top of the league. Must have been goal difference. Just checking a few of my little emails. Most of them are just inquiring and scouting players for possibly January. Don't really find anyone of massive interest. Oh, Daniel Redmond hasn't got some bad stats from the SPL. But let's see who we got next. Leyton Orient, who are actually, I think they nearly got promoted from League One, and I think now they're in League Two. They got relegated. I was quite surprised because I thought they're 10th, but I thought they'd be far closer to the top. I thought they'd actually possibly be where Notts County, if the other teams are, because they have got a quite good side for League One. But if on FIFA 16 you have to play with Leyton Orient in League 2, unfortunately. Not there's anything wrong with League 2, but obviously you want to be up, the higher up the Football League, the better. I'm just going into this game. I just want to see what the Leyton Orient lineup is like, just so I can actually think of any players I currently know or have heard of. Got Kasim Lugongu. Lugongu is a very good player. Mastur is quite good, but he's not had quite the effect I'd hope he would for getting a loanee off AC Milan. I've heard Ajum Lidsing, Sean Lowry, I think that is. Jay Simpson, Valencia a lot, and Joby McAnuff. Yeah, they have got some decent players. A lot of these players have played at Championship level. I think Chris Dagnall is joint top scorer currently in League One on my season. But I might be wrong about that, but he's definitely towards the top. Just looking at my lineup, not really a dramatic amount of changes. We're now playing with Livakovic up front. I'll put Nathan Thompson at centre back. Got Kasim, Gladwin, Lugongu, Mastur, Thompson. So it's quite a dynamic, powerful midfield. We're playing in our white and black kit, our lovely away kit, which I actually prefer to us to play. We're on the attack at this stage, 4 minutes in. It's to follow on the ball. I was putting the ball into Livakovic and he just headers over. Sort of half a chance, but it was a nice bright start from Swindon Town. Good ball from Tofolo, highly rate this player. It's Leyton Orient on the ball, trying to force a chance. Pritchard, Onuzi, Pritchard again, playing into Vince a lot, doing a bit of skill. Good cross into boxes. Dagnall, it's Joby McAnuff. Ooh, and I nearly gave away a penalty, but he did. I hope, luckily for me, he did smash it wide. You watch that again. That arguably could have been a penalty when I touched the player. Leyton Orient attacking me again, laying siege to my goal. This was quite a bad miss in the end, but narrowly wide. But you're noticing that all the chances here are coming from Leyton Orient, and essentially this game was all Leyton Orient. I badly struggled this game for some reason. There's another good chance for Jay Simpson there, which thankfully he managed to put over, and that's half time, ladies and gents. Honestly, this game I was under the proverbial cosh. I hugely struggled to get any in the possession. I've had 42% and I've had one shot all game. I'm just looking at how I could actually change this, because Tony still ain't fully fit at this stage, so I can't really bring him on. So I've got a Beaker. Drew's been a Loftus streak. Perhaps should have started him after his performance last game, but I thought I would give Kasim a game, as he's highly rated and actually my player. But I digress. Leyton Orient kick off for the second half. I gave away the ball again in possession and let Leyton Orient have it, and it's McAnuff and it's Dagnall and he puts it wide, and I really at this stage should probably a fairer reflection on the scoreline should be about 2 or 3 down to Leyton Orient. And I can happily admit that I struggled badly this game. It's playing out to Livakovic, still can't get anything on it. I've no target man. I haven't bought on a Beaky yet at this stage. I haven't decided to bring him on for whatever reason. It's Leyton Orient on the ball again, trying to fashion a chance. It's Simpson, and it is actually a good save at the near post from Fodringham yet again. It's Swift on the ball, trying to create something in this attack. Plays it into Thompson, but nothing can come of it. It's one of the worst ball ever. Livakovic keeps possession for me. It's Toffolo trying to create something. Back to Thompson. Back to Toffolo, and I have half a shot, half cross shot. It just gets narrowly blocked. But essentially, I just struggled this game. This was a horrible game for me to play in. This is one of these games of FIFA where nothing seems to go with you. Abika does have a header, but it's directly at the keeper. Not the best effort, but it still has to go down as a chance, I suppose. I don't seem to score much from corners on FIFA. Well, not these days, I don't anyway. Me just trying to keep possession, playing it into Abika. I managed to nick the ball again, and it's Jonathan Abika. Can he put me up against 1-0 up against run of play? No, he can't. It's actually quite a poor finish from myself. It's Leighton Orient on the ball, it's Cox. And McAnuff is on the ball, and he's cut inside, and oh my god, it is a penalty to Leighton Orient. I honestly thought I was going to get away with this. Quite a poor performance, and I thought I might be able to sneak a draw, maybe even get a win out of this, just by the way the game's going, because Leighton Orient haven't been able to take their chances. But now they have a penalty, and will they actually be able to finish it? That's the question. Can Fodringham perform a bit of magic and save me? I think this Darius Henderson taking it. And he goes down to the right, and Fodringham goes left, and I was never going to save that penalty. Much to my annoyance, but it's probably deserved result so far. Leighton Orient are 1-0 up against Swindon Town. All my hard work was eventually undone by a little bit of bright play by Joby McAnuff, the ex-Reading player. So I think he actually plays for Leighton Orient on a full-time basis now. Well, I'm not 100% sure actually who he plays for, but he's playing for them at this time. It's just, what can I do now currently? Under the caution, I need something to go my way. It's Jonathan Abika. Abika runs on it, trying to get me back in the game, and it's a decent save from the Leighton Orient keeper, but really you should save that. Not the worst effort from Abika though. Do hit it quite well. And I've got a corner here. Livakovic is going to swing it in. Can I get anything out of this? And it's Jonathan Abika, and he heads it in the bottom corner. Big boy Jonathan Abika has ended up coming on and being a hero. So hopefully he's going to get my team a point out of this game. Very happy with this. I normally never bloody score from corners on FIFA, but Abika, I managed to get in towards Abika. I managed to rise up against about, seems like the entire Leighton Orient defence, and head it in the corner. Very happy days for me. At this stage, I was like, I'm happy with this. A point's a good result, and it finished with me actually grabbing a point out of this. Two decent results for Swindon Town. If you look at the stats, we had more shots in the end, but they were only half chances. As always though, I hope you enjoyed the video, ladies and gents. There will be more FIFA Swindon Town action coming up soon, and we can look forward to the next part. I hope you have a pleasant day, and we will take on Oldham Town next. Goodbye for now, ladies and gentlemen.